and welcome back to the Kooky Kitchen, and welcome to my new series, Back Then Bites. This is where we're going to recreate some comfort foods, some lunchbox favorites, some nostalgic recipes, maybe from your own family or from my family at least. Different recipes that bring back childhood memories. Because every recipe tells a story. If you haven't met me before, my name's Tina, and I'm glad you decided to drop by. When I was looking through my granny's recipe binder, I found this. Opha's fried chicken. Now, we in our family all know it as Granny's fried chicken. I don't think any one of us knew that she had gotten this recipe from my Aunt Opha, who was my granddad's sister. Makes her my great Aunt Opha. I don't think I ever seen my granny actually make fried chicken. Boy, you would smell it and you would go in and you would see that last little bit of salt falling on the fried chicken. It was family famous. And in here, I don't know if my cousin Bobby did this or if my sister added it later, because I know Bobby typed this up, but that's a picture of my Granny Reich and her mom, my great Granny Hembry. You know what? I think it's about time to jump into this recipe. All right, the first step is prepping the chicken before frying. And basically the recipe says to boil in salted water for 20 minutes and then let it cool. So I've got my chicken in a pan of water and some salt, and we're going to let it boil. Our chicken is now boiling. We're going to boil it for 20 minutes. It's salted water, in case I didn't say that. Our 20 minutes is up, and it is time to remove the chicken and let it cool before we start the frying. The dredging is up next. All right, our chicken is cool enough to handle, so get your dredging station set up. I've got flour that's seasoned with pepper and garlic powder, egg and buttermilk wash, and then a second flour that's also seasoned, and it's going to go in my pan. All right, so let's get it going. When your chicken comes out, put it on a pan to drain and cool. Top with a little bit of salt, the finishing touch. Yum. I probably do this a little differently than Granny did, but the book really doesn't have a lot of instructions. Boil the water in salt water. Let it cool. Dredge it in flour, buttermilk and egg, and then flour again, and fry it. But it's looking amazing, it's smelling amazing, and I can't wait for dinner. Chicken is done. It needs to cool. I'm going to get a couple things done, and then we'll plate it up and see what it looks like. I remember one time my Uncle Bruce, my dad's brother, told me that when he tasted my fried chicken, that it reminded him of Granny's fried chicken. It tasted so much like hers, and that was a huge compliment for me. All right. Look at that. Do you hear that? That's some good crunch. This is going to be delicious. All right, Kyle, do you want to take a bite? The chicken is what you're tasting. And it's bone-in. I know I don't usually cook bone-in chicken, but...
Oh, it's good.
So I did mashed potatoes, dropped biscuits with gravy, and peas and carrots to go along with it.
Delicious.
I got a huge mash going on. That was really good. Thanks for hanging out with me today in the Kooky Kitchen. If you enjoyed this recipe adventure, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more Back Then Bites, our new series. Granny's food was always delicious. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And don't forget to stay kooky, my kitchen friends.